Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 5 of season 5. We're in the book of Acts. Jesus has been ascended. He has been lifted up and has been carried away up into heaven. The disciples are standing there gobsmacked with Jesus' last words and his last sightings of Jesus. And then he's lifted up with this real body. We get the encouragement of maybe a body we get when we get resurrected. All right, so they're going to go back to Jerusalem. This is Acts chapter 1, verse 12. Then they returned to Jerusalem from the mount called Olivet. You can see it from there. It's not very far, which is near Jerusalem, a Sabbath day's journey away, just a little stroll. And then it's going to list out the people who saw the ascension. And when they had entered, they went up to the upper room where they were staying, Peter and John and James and Andrew, Philip and Thomas, Bartholomew and Matthew, James the son of Alphaeus, and Simon the Zealot, and Judas the son of James. So those are 11 disciples minus the Judas Iscariot who has killed himself. And then pay attention to this because this is where I want to kind of stick today. All these with one accord were devoting themselves to prayer, together with the women and Mary, the mother of Jesus, and his brothers. And in the next verse, it's going to tell us there's 120 others. So I got captured today. I'm going to call today's podcast Prayer Music. And then we're going to learn about what kind of prayer music. Well, it's going to be obstinately persistent prayer music. So I'm getting this from the one accord thing. All these with one accord were devoting themselves to prayer. So one accord, it means the same. I looked it up in the Greek. It means of one mind, one purpose, one impulse, like a common consent, a unity. It could be that they prayed for the same things or said the same things, or they unanimously agreed together. And I was thinking about making music together, let's say an orchestra or a big band. When they play, you know that the group is on the same page. They're using the same timing. They're playing the same song. They're following the same leader, and they're producing the same product. Now, the product may have different voices, which is kind of a beautiful thing about an orchestra. Is, it may be time for the oboe to shine, or for the harp to shine, or the violins to shine, different instruments, but they're all working together for the same purpose. So that's where I get the prayer music part of this. And the idea is we all should be in a band with somebody. We should all be in an orchestra with somebody. And the devotion part, this is something they were devoting themselves to. So they're devoting themselves to remain faithful both to a person and then a task. The task is to make the music. The person is to stay close to the people who are making music with you. Staying close, associating with, attaching ourselves. Here the devotion is to the Lord, yes, but it's also to the people that you're making this music to. He's asking us to, by example at least, to adhere to and stick to the people of God. This is like an obstinate persistence with the people and the task. The task is to stay unified and to ask the Lord different things. It's the long obedience in a single direction with a specific, real, tangible group of people. And I was thinking about these 11 disciples particularly, these are just the last days together. So they're cherishing these moments together because shortly they're going to be sent out into the four corners of the world. So really very practical things here. Do I devote myself to prayer? And who am I of one accord with? What people am I making prayer music with? And do I make prayer music? And here's the question. Let's make it practical. Is in the last 7 days, did I make prayer music with anybody? That is those who have the same impulse, the same mind, the same purpose. So let me pray this morning. I'm going to pray that you and me have prayer music. Father and Jesus and Spirit, I pray for my brothers and sisters and myself. I pray for real prayer fellowship. My prayer is for a heart, an attitude that we would seek others with one mind. And Lord, that you would grant us favor to find people of the same purpose, people that I can sacrifice for and have the same heart for and impulse for. I pray, Lord, that we would find a group of people that we could be of unison with, headings towards you and heading towards each other. May our hearts go out to each other as well as for you. I pray, Lord, just for fun, that these people would be different in other ways, politically, economically, racial, personality-wise, gender-wise, that we could be stretched and see the bigness of your community. I pray, Lord, that these would be staying peoples, brothers and sisters to stay long-term with, that they would be moving our minds from our angry and sinful and idolatrous and greedy minds and moving it towards the mind that you would have for us. I pray, Lord, that this group of people would make sweet music. This would be the sweet music of your church, blossoming into service and belief and faith and worship and agreement and unity. I pray, Lord, that my brothers and sisters could enjoy this spiritual banding and spiritual orchestration, making music for you with your help, staying together and in worship and in devotion. I pray, Lord, that this group would yearn for your will, yearn for your purposes. So, Jesus, I pray today for obstinate, persistent prayer music with your people. Thank you for this song today. Amen.